Hey everyone, welcome back to the Certified Associate Python Programmer course. It's time for us to discuss the hierarchy of exceptions. Wow, this sounds fancy. We know what exceptions are. We know what a hierarchy is. So what is it talking about here? By the way, I must say it took me a long time of teaching in information technology to be able to pronounce the word hierarchy. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me. It was just a very difficult word for me to be able to pronounce. But anyways, this has to do with object-oriented programming, and we're going to be studying this together in this course. But just so you know right now, yeah, there is this hierarchy of exceptions. For instance, there is this base exception, and from it we get the exception, the system exit, the generator exit, the keyboard interrupt. And from the exception branch, we get attribute errors and arithmetic errors and end of file errors and name errors and all these various errors. You can see the zero division error is a branch off of the arithmetic error, or however you pronounce that. So you get the idea. So you can see that the, exceptions do follow a hierarchy. Now, this gives us some interesting information here. When we were experimenting with this in the previous video, we were catching any kind of an exception. Oh, so we would even catch like a keyboard interrupt. Let me show you that. So here's this little try except block, and notice our except area is going to catch absolutely any exception. And there's going to be times where we wouldn't necessarily want this. For example, notice one of the things that we would catch would be a keyboard interrupt. Yeah, the old Control-C to break on the keyboard. Oh my gosh, we don't want to catch that. Yeah, we would want to catch just the kind of quote-unquote normal exceptions that are things like arithmetic errors or lookup errors or operating system errors. Wow, so one of the changes that we can make right away here is we can say except exception. Yeah, so now we will not do a keyboard interrupt. Yeah, so this is a safer way for us to go, isn't it? Yeah, this will not catch a keyboard interrupt as an exception. This will just catch the kind of standard built-in exceptions that we would accept. Okay, so notice I am using the reference of exception to say I want to catch all of these here, not something like system exit, generator exit, keyboard interrupt. Wow, pretty neat. Now, I built this little sample code for us because I wanted to test another thing here. Think about it. Does this try block get done as a whole, or will we see like the value of 10 printed when we run this? In other words, if we have a division by 0 error, is that where we are going to do the exception? So let's test that. Yeah, does it successfully run these two lines of code? Let's see. We're going to go up, and first of all, we got to save this file because we did make a change. And we're going to go up now and run this module, and look at that. So it does print the value of 10. It does ask us for a value for y. So it is doing things in that try block, and it is not yet caught an error. I'm going to cause one now by entering in a 0 for y and causing a division by 0 error. But of course, that was caught by our exception, and it says, of course, sorry, there was an error in this program. All right, let's do one more thing here while we are playing with catching exceptions. But this time we're going to say as E. Now, what is happening here? Well, what I would like to get is a little more information about what actually happened. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll say, sorry, there was an error in the program. And then I will say the specific information was, and then we will end the string and we will do our E. So we're going to show that variable E. So now we're going to get specific information about the error. Let's save this and let's run it again. So it says, okay, the value of X is 10, provide a value of, for Y. We're going to put the troublesome 0 in again. And it says, sorry, there was an error in this program. The specific information was division by 0. Yeah, so notice when we go in and we say as E, we then have a variable where we can list the specific exception text. Okay, now this is just a fun little example of how we would play with this, but of course you know that your exception area is typically not going to allow the program to stop. It's going to have the user, give a value that isn't 0, for instance. But I think we learned a lot in this lesson, right? We took a look at the fact that there is this hierarchy of exceptions. We can catch all the main ones that we want by specifying the main branch of exception. And then we learn this little as E trick where we can get specifics on the error. Well, thanks so much for joining us. And as you know, we're not done talking about exceptions. We're going to delve into them even deeper in the next video. Thanks for watching.